The screen is glowing. It is 2 a.m. You are still scrolling. You tell yourself, just one more. You know it is a lie. But you cannot stop. You think this is a personal failure. You think you lack discipline. You are wrong. You are not failing. You are being farmed. Every swipe, every pause, every microreaction is a data point. It is not a glitch in your focus. It is the intended result of an invisible architecture. You have lived inside this structure your entire life. You are a participant in a game where the rules are hidden and the house never loses. This is the architecture of your reality. This industry does not sell content. Content is just the lure. The product is your attention. This is a refined economic model. It is built on predictive behavioral finance. Platforms do not want you happy. They do not want you informed. They want you predictable. They need you in a state of high arousal loops. If you are bored, you leave. If you are angry, you engage. If you are curious, you stay. The algorithm is a mirror. It reflects your own impulses back at you to keep the session alive. You are looking at a system designed to maximize its own intake, not your well-being. It measures your engagement in milliseconds. It treats your cognitive load as raw industrial output. You have a biological limit. Your ancestors focused on survival. They scanned the horizon for threats. They looked for food. You still have that brain. But now, the horizon is a digital interface. The threats are notifications. The food is a dopamine hit from a like or a share. The architecture exploits this. It feeds your primal need for stimulation. It turns your natural survival instinct into a perpetual digital dependency. You are not choosing to watch. You are being conditioned to react. The system knows the exact sequence of stimuli required to hold your gaze. It knows your rhythm. It knows your exhaustion. It maps your hesitation before you even click. It knows which colors trigger your stress response and which sounds trigger your curiosity. Look at the interface. The colors are designed to trigger urgency. The sounds are calibrated to create anticipation. The refresh mechanics mimic slot machines. This is not user experience design. This is psychological engineering. Institutional investors demand growth. Growth requires time. Your time. They have turned human cognitive capacity into a measurable, harvestable asset class. They mapped your neurology. They built a system that knows your weaknesses better than you do. You are not a customer. You are the resource being extracted. You are a node in a global network of harvesting. Your attention is the currency, and they have mastered the art of inflation. This never ended. It only evolved. In the 1920s, factories used time motion studies to squeeze more labor from workers. They measured every movement. They removed every unnecessary step. Today, the platform is the factory. The screen is the assembly line. Your attention is the output. The surveillance is not just on the floor. It is in your pocket. It is in your biometric responses. It is in the way your pupils dilate when a specific image appears. The factory floor is now global. The supervisor is an algorithm. And the cycle never stops. It just gets more efficient. They have replaced the foreman with a neural network that never sleeps. You think your preferences are your own. You think you chose to watch this. You didn't. You were guided here by a series of invisible nudges. The system tested thousands of variations until it found the one that would bypass your critical thinking. It doesn't care about your values. It cares about the duration of your gaze. That gaze is converted into revenue. Your focus is sold to the highest bidder in milliseconds. This is a high-frequency trading market for your consciousness. And you are the underlying asset. You are trading your finite lifespan for fragments of digital stimulation. Think about the last time you were truly alone with your thoughts. It is getting harder, isn't it? The system has filled every gap. Every quiet moment is now occupied by a stream of information. This is not a coincidence. Silence is the enemy of the model. Silence leads to reflection. Reflection leads to critical assessment. If you start thinking for yourself, you stop consuming. The system cannot afford that. It must keep the noise level high. It must keep the stimulation constant. It must ensure that you never have a reason to look away. You are being conditioned to fear silence, to fear the absence of the feedback loop. You feel it, don't you? The exhaustion, the mental fog, the constant need to check. That is not your fatigue. That is the system extracting value. You are the infrastructure. Your brain is the hardware they are using to run their models. You were supposed to trust the interface. You were supposed to believe it was for your benefit. But the product was never the content. The product was your presence. You are the fuel that powers the global attention market. Every time you surrender to the notification, you validate the system. You tell it that its engineering works. You are teaching the machine how to exploit you more effectively. The metrics are logged. The revenue is collected. The system did not collapse. It adapted. It learned to simulate your own personality to keep you locked in. Most people never see the mechanism. They only see the outcome. They blame their phones. They blame their lack of willpower. They never realize the architecture was built specifically to bypass their defenses. The ledger was never cleaned. Another entry already exists. Your next session is already being priced. The machine is waiting. It is always waiting. It is a predatory structure disguised as a convenience. You are a variable in their equation. Your emotions are data points. Your habits are patterns. Your life is a stream of extractable assets. There is no escaping the interface because the interface is everywhere. It is in your car, your home, your work, your pocket. The system is pervasive. It is woven into the fabric of modern existence. You might think you can opt out, but opt out is just another data point. It is just another behavior to be modeled, analyzed, and eventually monetized. Even your resistance is captured, categorized, and fed back into the training data. The truth is, you are part of the architecture. You have been conditioned to depend on it. You have been trained to find comfort in its feedback loops. You are the operator of the machine that is consuming you. Every time you return, the system gets stronger. It learns more. It refines its approach. It identifies your breaking points. It maps your desires. It predicts your next move before you even make it. This is not about technology. It is about the fundamental redesign of human behavior for the sake of institutional profit. It is a total institutional takeover of human time. The cycle is self-sustaining. The more you use it, the more effective it becomes. The more effective it becomes, the more you use it. It is a perfect feedback loop. There is no off switch for a system that considers your attention its most valuable currency. You are in a closed loop. You are in a system that is designed to keep you inside it forever. The exits are all illusions. The doors only lead to another room in the same building. You are not going anywhere. You are exactly where they want you to be. You have been placed exactly where your utility is maximized. Think of the institutional accumulation of this data. They aren't just selling you products. They are selling the ability to predict the collective movement of societies. They are building a map of human reaction to every possible trigger. They know how to shift public opinion. They know how to manufacture outrage. They know how to pacify resistance. They have the toolkit to engineer the behavioral landscape of the future. And you are providing the data that makes this possible. Every click is a brick in the wall of your own entrapment. There is a cold reality behind the glowing glass. It is a reality of ledger entries and profit margins, of algorithmic optimizations and behavioral modeling. It is a reality that treats human consciousness as an unrefined resource waiting to be processed. They have commodified your curiosity. They have industrialized your interest. They have capitalized on your inherent need to connect. And all the while, you are left wondering why you feel so disconnected, so tired, so perpetually distracted. You are not distracted. You are being distracted. You are being directed. You are being managed. The modern echo is loud. It resonates in every notification sound, in every red badge, in every infinite scroll. It is the sound of an economy that has run out of physical frontiers and has turned inward to conquer the human mind. The machine does not hate you. The machine does not love you. The machine is simply an expression of an incentive structure that demands perpetual growth at any cost. And that cost is your life, one moment of attention at a time. The extraction is relentless. It is systemic. It is absolute. You watch the screen. The screen watches you back. It learns your fears, your joys, your triggers, your vulnerabilities. It creates a profile that is more you than you are. It can replicate your preferences better than your best friend. It can anticipate your needs before you even realize you have them. And it uses this knowledge to keep you locked in the loop. The feedback loop is the ultimate prison. It provides exactly what you want, in exactly the dose required, to ensure you never leave. You are being curated. You are being curated into a lifetime of digital servitude. The system did not collapse. It adapted. It learned to simulate your own personality to keep you locked in. Most people never see the mechanism. They only see the outcome. They blame their phones. They blame their lack of willpower. They never realize the architecture was built specifically to bypass their defenses. The ledger was never cleaned. Another entry already exists. Your next session is already being priced. The machine is waiting. It is always waiting. It is the architect of your discontent, and you are the building block.